is Vasundhara. मेरी उम्र 7 सालों की हूँ. मेरा गांव सलखा है. मैं फौजी बनना चाहती हूँ.
7-year-old Vasundhara is getting ready for school. Unlike many girls in a village where both girl literacy rate and financial means are low, she is able to dream big thanks to the first English medium school near where she lives. It is also a school that she loves. Vasundhara comes from no ordinary village. She lives in the harsh, hot desert of Thar in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, the western frontier of India. Summers here are scorching, with sandstorms and temperatures touching up to 50 degrees. If this is no ordinary place, neither is Vasundhara's school. This oval-shaped structure right in the middle of the desert ecosystem is an architectural wonder. The Rajkumari Ratnavati Girls' School has been built not just to beat extreme climate conditions but also promote education for the girl child. The elliptic form, US-based architect Diana Kellogg, who designed the school, tells us, is a symbol of feminism. The shape also allows a free flow of breeze across the courtyard to keep temperatures down.
There was sort of two primary motivations. I would say the first and foremost was really to create a school for the girls that was simultaneously safe and also provided sort of a sense of containment. The second motivation was really full-hearted commitment to express in the design the absolutely magnificent architecture of Jaisalmer, and also to have the walls and the structure be able to withstand the heat and keep the buildings, cool or cooler was sort of my objective.
Modern in appeal, the school borrows steadfastly from traditional techniques of architecture. Local techniques typical of Jaisalmer that have stood the test of time against the unforgiving climate of the region. There are no energy-guzzling air conditioners, and yet the classrooms are 10 degrees cooler than the outside. In the winters, the building traps hot air to keep classrooms warm. Part of a larger project called Gyan Center, undertaken by the non-profit Chitta Foundation India, the school is gearing up to turn into a hub for girl-child education and a skill development center for women. King of the former princely state of Jaisalmer, Chaitanya Raj Singh Bhati, belongs to a family that has been working on restoring the cultural and historical heritage of the region since the 60s. He is one of the board directors at Chitta Foundation India.
The school is known as Rajkumari Ratnavati Girls' School, which is one of the princesses of Jaisalmer who had fought Khilji in the 14th-15th century. And the whole vision about this school came up due to a person called Michael Dobe, who's been coming to Jaisalmer for the last 20 years. So he wanted to open a girls' school in Jaisalmer. He already has a girls' school in Odisha, in Juanga. It's a very small village. And for us, looking at the statistics of education in Jaisalmer, we wanted to do something good as well.
The city of Jaisalmer is known the world over as the Golden City because of the use of this yellow sandstone in its architecture, the same material that the Rajkumari Ratnavati Girls' School is made of.
So the sandstone actually has an inherent thermal value. There's an outside layer, and then there's kind of a softer inner layer, which almost acts as an air cavity, and then another interior layer. In addition, we used lime plaster, which is a natural cooling element, which, helps to lower the temperatures.
The school building is laced with traditionally used jalis, but in a modern setting. Coupled with a big courtyard, it provides sufficient air ventilation. These roof floors are laced with recycled broken tiles that reflect back sunlight, keeping the classrooms cool. 26-year-old Ria Bissa is one of the only 2 licensed architects in Jaisalmer who has worked closely with local craftsmen on this project.
So the windows at a height avoids the direct sunlight into the room, which heats up the room, but it gives us enough diffuse light which helps the children to read in a natural light. We have all the furniture being made by the local carpenters, and we also have this nice lampshade which is done by a craftsman from Jaisalmer. So every material in the school is being made by all the local carpenters and craftsmen.
Built within a time frame of only 10 months, the Rajkumari Ratnavati Girls' School runs on solar power, and these solar panels further provide shade for the play area. Located in a water-parched desert, it harvests around 2.5 lakh litres of rainwater for all its needs through traditional spouts. 2 sacred trees have been preserved during its construction. But apart from its green features, the school has been playing an instrumental role in promoting education for young girls in a district that has one of the worst literacy rates for women, at a little over 30%.
I mean, I don't really believe in numbers and percentages when it comes to India, because it's very difficult to gather the right data for it. But Jaisalmer has been quite backward in terms of education development from the state. Like, we have schools in all over the district, even at the borders, but we don't have at the border villages, but we don't have teachers going there.
30-year-old Asha Joshi teaches English here. She tells us how lack of an efficient transport infrastructure has been preventing qualified women teachers from making it to schools in border areas. This further leads to lesser enrollment of girl students and frequent school dropouts. SETA Foundation India has been working towards filling this gap.
जैसा कि आपने बताया कि यहाँ पर फीमेल टीचर्स की कमी है। रूरल एरियाज़ के आसपास में जितनी भी जो है लेडीज़ है, वो उनमें इतनी एजुकेशन नहीं है, तो वो तो पढ़ाई सकती नहीं है। और जैसलमेर से यहाँ तक आने में जो है हर एक वुमन इतनी जल्दी जो है वो रेडी नहीं होती है कि हम वहाँ से यहाँ तक आ जाएंगी। वही बात है कि टाइम जो है स्केसिटी है, कमी है, इसी वजह से तो हम लोगों ने इसके लिए एग्री तो कर लिया। लेकिन जब हम गाँव जाते हैं और जिसके विलेजेस जाते हैं और ये तो जैसा कि आपने जैसे बताया कि हमने इस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट भी किया है। इसलिए एक्सेप्ट किया कि हमने जब देखा कि नहीं, इन बच्चियों को हमें कुछ ना कुछ इनके लिए करना है।
Qualified teachers like Asha are employed based on their abilities to handle challenging situations with the children and helping them navigate any social and economic issues. Ever since the school opened its gates in July 2022, 109 girls belonging to financially disadvantaged families have continued to study with 0 dropouts and a 95% attendance.
जब जुलाई में ये स्कूल एनरोलमेंट हुआ था तो वहाँ उस समय जो है पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चियों को भेजते नहीं थे। ये कहते थे कि हमें भेजना ही नहीं है, हमें पढ़ाई नहीं है, क्योंकि हम इससे तो हमें ना काम में भेज देंगे तो 4 पैसे आ जाएंगे। लेकिन हम डेली सैटरडे एवरी सैटरडे घर जाकर उनको हमने समझाया किस तरीके से जो है वो गर्ल्स एजुकेशन ज़रूरी है। आज यदि ये बच्चियाँ आज पढ़ेगी तो 10 साल बाद में आपके ही जो है इतने एरिया में ये पढ़ाएगी, तो इतना एजुकेशन की यहाँ पर इतनी कमी नहीं होगी ये। और अब जब आज हम वो बच्चे रेगुलर स्कूल आती है और जो है कोई भी यदि गेस्ट और आ जाए तो उनके सामने बहुत जो है आसानी से बोल देती है, तो हमें बहुत खुशी महसूस होती है उस समय कि नहीं, हमने इन बच्चियों के लिए कुछ तो 6 महीनों में किया है।
Sayanti is a farmer and has never attended school. But she is full of hope for her daughter Vasundhara, a student at the Rajkumari Ratnavati Girls' School.
ये स्कूल जाए नहीं, ये होशियार हुई है ना पढ़ने में। स्कूल में पढ़ाई बढ़िया भाई, एंड रोटी भी जी बढ़िया है, एंड रोटी भी जी है ना वो फ्री बढ़िया। फिर क्या नौकरी लग जाओ वसुंधरा बड़ी हुआ तो पढ़ाई में होशियार हुई जाना। आप ही नौकरी लगी, किस्मत है तो, नहीं है तो।
Our main aim is that girls get educated and they at least get to study till class 10 at least. So that's our main goal. Everything else will fall into place if we keep focusing on that.
Thanks for watching Eco India. If you like the story, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Scroll.in on YouTube.